All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us today. I am with one of my rock stars in my organization, Amelia Slaughter. Um, Amelia and I met actually because she is in the downline of one of my directs, Katie Kauser. And to be completely honest, when I first heard about Amelia, wasn't even sure she existed because she joined this business, started super, super fast. I think she was even working her business from while she was giving birth to her kiddo. And she just kind of signed on and ran with it. And so she's been a huge asset to our organization. I love her daily. I love her leadership. And I just wanted to have her jump on here today and share her story with all of you. And she is truly one of the busiest people I know. And she is the perfect example that this business can fit around any lifestyle. So, Amelia, will you just go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey guys, Amelia Slaughter. I'm a mom of four, ranging from almost 3 to 14. My husband's an Illinois State Trooper. I was a neonatal intensive care nurse when I started this business. I've now gone back and I'm in the ER. I retired from my career thanks to this company. And yeah, I love it. I absolutely, and I'm going to be 36 on Friday and I have 0 wrinkles. So that's a plus too.
Yes, you sure don't. I love just your glow today.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit, how long have you been with our company?
I've been here for 3 years. It was 3 years in September.
Okay. And you mentioned that you are a nurse by education and trade. And so why do you feel that people with your background really make a great fit for our company?
Well, multitasking, that's something nurses all have. It's a requirement. We all want to help people. We all have that kind of like caring, sharing, personality. Most of us are pretty connected, like we have multiple different networks. So it's just an easy transition because when you're helping people with their health versus helping people with their skin or their, life in general, it's the same feeling, accomplishment.
Yeah. And so you mentioned that this opportunity allowed you to retire from nursing. And then just recently you decided that you missed it and you wanted to just go back just because you didn't have to, but you wanted to. So did you go into this business expecting to retire yourself?
No, I did a different direct sell company years and years ago, and it was a party planning company. And I went into that thinking this is going to be like, my get rich moment. But I didn't love it, and so I wasn't very successful at it. And so when I came into this company, I saw the opportunity. I believed in the opportunity. I believed in the structure, business end of it, and the products, obviously, because of the reputation. But I had no idea. I had no idea that it could be what it is. And then, after a few weeks, it didn't take me very long to start seeing and meeting people, and seeing that, this could be something. This could be something. And you mentioned I started quickly, but it's really because I joined with a purpose. I wanted to have more options and not have to work outside the home. And but when you start seeing literally lives being changed, it's just so easy to catch that fire and start running and go, okay, everyone has skin, everyone needs, skincare. So, especially the number one brand. So it's not that hard to market. And, we could change not only my life, our life as a family, but we could change a lot of other people's life too. So it's just kind of an easy transition.
Exactly. And so I mentioned earlier that you are probably one of the busiest people that I know, always running kids to different things. I think you said you just spend about 6 hours in your car almost every day with all the commuting you do. So how are you able to work this business into that commute?
Well, I'm sitting in my car now. I'm on my cell phone, and that pretty much sums it up. A virtual franchise is exactly that. It's literally wherever I am. There's Wi-Fi everywhere. And so, sometimes we say all it takes is Wi-Fi in a dream, and that's like literally true. So if I'm sitting, at a basketball game, last night I was sitting at a basketball game talking to a customer. This morning I just ran in and got some pants for the Christmas program for my kids, and I was, answering a text message. So, you just work it in, and we all have a few minutes multiple times throughout our day where we hop on our phone anyway. We're all so connected anyway. It's just really easy to keep, the business going throughout the day from my cell phone.
That's awesome. So what has been your greatest joy with being a leader in our company?
Oh gosh. There's a lot. Probably my favorite thing is all the people that I have met that I would have like no opportunity to have otherwise met through the company. I mean, friends that lived, one of them just moved back, but she lived in Japan. We have friends from Florida, friends from Pennsylvania, like just people I would have never otherwise ran into. Even my direct upline leader, we worked together for years, but we were not friends. and now it's like these people are people I couldn't live without, so that's probably one of the most, shocking things about the business. I didn't think that that was going to come along with it. But obviously the financial freedom, the ability to what I'm doing with my time is invaluable.
That's awesome. So what are you most excited about for the future with our company?
Gosh, that's a long list too. Things I can do, it's not like, we've talked about this many, many times on different things, but it's not about like having more. It's about, okay, what can you do to, leave the world a better place than you found it?
Mm-hmm.
And excuse me if I start coughing. That wasn't in my mind, as a nurse. You've made a specific amount of money. My husband works for the state. He makes a specific amount of money, there was never going to be like more or an influx of income anywhere from our careers. And so now that you have like this possibility of a limitless, financial potential, you have the opportunity to dream about what can I do to leave the world a better place.
Yeah, I love that so much. And I think that's just a culture that we've established throughout our organizations. And so in closing, if someone's been watching and really wondering how we're different and why they should start now opposed to after the new year, what would you say to them?
Well, an easy answer is it's tax deductible. Mm-hmm. So get it on your taxes for this year. But I waited 4 months, and that's not as long as a lot of people wait. But, in hindsight, I lost 4 months, 4 months of income, obviously, but 4 months of, not being able to dream, 4 months of not knowing some of the people that I know. 4 months seems like a very short amount of time, but, in hindsight, that was a lot of days that I sat there and thought about it and should have just jumped in and started my business and hit the ground running, and I would be 4 months ahead, by now. There's people I know on my team too, and I know on your team who waited a year or a year and a half to join us. And, that's a lot of time to have lost in a company that grows very quickly. So, now or never. It's just, now is always the right time. It's never going to be the perfect time. It's like having a baby. There's never a perfect time to add another person into your family, but once you do, you can't imagine your life without them. And it's very similar to how I feel about starting this business.
All right. Well, thank you, Amelia. And if you have been watching Amelia's story, I really challenge you to reach out to her and continue that conversation. And Merry Christmas to you and your family. And I'll talk to you soon, girl.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.